transmission.
GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.
Yes, people, welcome back to AFTV. As you can see, I've got Robbie Lyle with me. It's not Curtis Shaw, it's Robbie Lyle, but that's okay. That's okay. It was a last-minute substitution. It was last-minute substitution. He's complaining though. He said like, "Yo, I was in the middle of doing something, and they're calling me last minute."
Yeah, bro. I'm cooking. I'm cooking my dinner, right? I'm making some curry goat, Jamaican curry goat, and it's looking good at the moment. And then now you've called me to come and do this stream. If this thing burns or cooks out, bro, you're in big trouble. Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm in big trouble. What do you mean?
You're in big trouble if it is cooked right, because I'm gonna have to a couple of times throughout this stream. I need to go and check on my food.
Wait, what? That's yo. We're doing professional things on. This is normally me and Curtis is live. We keep it professional. What do you mean you're gonna check on?
Where is he? Man told me he went on holiday to Nottingham. Is that right?
I have no idea where he is. I have no idea.
Man's on holiday in Nottingham, man. Listen, right?
It's not
I'm here, bro. I'm here. Huh?
That's not a good holiday, in my opinion. Listen, no offense to my Notts people.
Oh, Curtis, man's dissing Nottingham, bro. You need to talk to him.
All right, well, obviously, we're gonna. Yeah, I'm good, man. We're gonna be obviously discussing the breaking news of today, which is obviously Arsenal set to move into the Wembley. It's been rumored around. It's been going all online and on Twitter. It's kind of dropped about Arsenal going back to Wembley. By the way, one of the first clubs to make Wembley their home, which I recently found out. First club. Obviously, Spurs did it, but we were the first club to actually use Wembley as our home, which we'll get into throughout this live. Before we go, do you want to start with the main topic then, or do you want me to just give you some exterior stuff first? Talk to me. Where do you want to go, Rob?
What's the exterior stuff? What's that? Big up Shane Black, man. Yeah, I mean, Shane Black in the chat. He understands, man. If I'll give you some external chat. If my food burns, my curry goat burns, I'm a late substitution. Yeah, this guy's going to be in big trouble. I'm telling you that.
You can't.
I've been cooking this thing for over an hour already, bro. It's just cooking down nicely.
All right, you can cook curry goat. Yeah, you've seasoned. Wow.
Yeah, listen, man. I know how to cook, bro. You know what I mean? My mum taught me how to cook when I was a kid, right? And I've learned how to cook, and I've been cooking this thing. I've been cooking it down now. Shane Black will know that. I've been cooking it down now. It's been going for about, how long have it been going now? I've been cooking it for an hour. Yeah, still got about another hour to go. Make it look soft. And if you mess this up and this thing cooks out, bro, trust me, you're in big trouble. But anything for Arsenal. And let's start with Wembley. Because you know what? Do you know what, right? I remember going to watch Arsenal at Wembley when they played there. I used to go and watch the games. And I remember going to watch Arsenal. They played against Barcelona there. And it weren't good. We didn't have a great record at Wembley, I have to say, when we played there. But I do remember going there. We packed it out. Not like when Tottenham were there and there was like, empty seats and things like that. When we played there, and we were the first team, as far as I know, to play there, we packed Wembley out. I remember going there. And you know what? It was actually all right, Because, my cousins lived in Wembley and that, so I could park up near the ground and just walk down to it and go in. So, but listen, I don't really want to go back to playing in Wembley, but I can understand why they might be considering it if they are going to carry out big work, and then the ground's not in use.
Well, let me read the news before I actually get to the news about the whole Wembley, the move and whatnot. What, can you bring some curry goat tomorrow? I don't know what, like, you're talking about. You're a good cook. What, you're not gonna put some in the pot for me for tomorrow? What
you want? I'll bring some. If there's any left, I'll bring a sample. This is my food now.
Greedy, man. You're just too like, brother. You can't talk
about. I've got a family, and if my food tastes good, they're gonna eat it. So if there's a little remnants left, I'll bring it.
Little remnants, you puss. All right, let me read this from Sam Dean on X today. He said, Arsenal planning a major expansion of the Emirates that could see them move to Wembley. Detailed work has gone into potential overhaul that would restore Arsenal Football Club's status as the biggest ground in London. Obviously, we had that before we made the move. We lost that, obviously. Now I think we're actually the fifth biggest stadium in the UK, which, again, I've learned a lot in this build-up to this show. So hopefully, listen, you lot may already know this. There's a lot of people that are very educated in the chat all the time. But a lot of this stuff was not even new information, just information I kind of oversaw. So, for instance, we're the 5th biggest in the UK. We are, I think, first is Man United, as it always has been. Old Trafford's 74,879 seater. And then the next one is Tottenham, are second with 62,000. West Ham are third, obviously, the London Stadium, Olympic Stadium, 62,500. And then fourth for Liverpool, obviously, they got a recent extension in their ground at Anfield. So they've got 61,276. And then Arsenal at the moment, Emirates are 60,704. But we're obviously looking to this move to then make us the biggest seated stadium in the UK. And like Robbie mentioned, we actually did the move first. We were the first to go to Wembley and use it as our home ground back in, it was 1998 to 2000. We played a lot of our Champions League fixtures there. Did not have a good record at all there. Which Robbie kind of alluded to as well. So wasn't really a favorite place. If I'm honest, listen, big up Wembley. Don't love going there, even though we actually have quite a good record at Wembley under Arteta. Actually, he's pretty much won, I think, almost every game there. So there's a bit of good record there, but I don't like going there, parking, and it's just a bit of, we've got a nice setup where we are right now, the studio, the ground, it works.
I wasn't even thinking of that.
It'll be a pain. Home games will be very expensive. To try and find parking every time and getting up there. And obviously, I'm quite a little bit of way out. But also, I want to mention that Arsenal made that move to Wembley back then, 1998, to basically prove that they can fill a 90,000 seater. So that's why they moved to Wembley originally. And actually, they had over that capacity week in, week out. Actually, sorry, it was 70,000 at the time. They were 60,000 at the time, and they were getting 71,000 people wanting to get tickets to the Arsenal games when I was at Wembley. So it proved that they could move from Highbury to the Emirates and fill the Emirates. That's why they made that move. It was kind of proof of concept, but this one is now just because we're going to need a home whilst we do the planning works and the building works on the Emirates. And it's looking like Wembley potentially will be our home if all goes ahead and goes to plan. I think they're looking, especially the Cronkies, from what I read up on, is they're looking to follow the Real Madrid kind of model. I don't know if you've seen, obviously, they got a new stadium. They got the 360 screen. To be fair, we kind of did it. When I say we, the Cronkies kind of did it first with the SoFi Stadium, which me and Robbie have been lucky enough to go to. It's one of my favorite stadiums. It's not even a stadium; it's a freaking megaplex spaceship. But they're looking to replicate that model with the Emirates, putting more seats in there, and also putting I think some sort of screen in there as well. So a bigger screen. Obviously, we've got screens already, but a 360 screen like the Real Madrid one. It kind of goes around the arch of the ceiling. So this is good. I mean, it's good news. I mean, I suppose more money for them. I think, listen, improving the Emirates and making it big. I think for all people, I think there's people that are, constantly on the waiting list. I'm still, my family have a share of a season ticket, but I'm still on my own personal waiting list as well. So it just means, you might get more chance to get more tickets, I guess, or it'll go to ballots. But yeah, man. It's
or will that be just to extend the corporate parts of the stadium? Because nowadays, with a lot of football stadiums, where they make that real big money is the corporate section. So if you look at the Emirates, one of the reasons why when the Emirates opened and Arsenal makes so much money on a match day is that they've got corporate boxes going all the way round on 2 levels. So they make humongous amounts of money on that on those corporate boxes. And a lot of other teams saw that and started to say, well, we need to change up our stadiums. We need to get more corporate boxes in. That's why you've seen Everton move grounds. I mean, their ground was a bit old anyway. Yep. That's why you see Newcastle are looking at a new stadium right now. We was up there the other day. That's why Liverpool have extended. It's not necessarily for the bigger capacity for, in general, which, that obviously overall that helps with the match day revenue, but it's those additional corporate areas. Tottenham saw what Arsenal did, and they've done exactly the same thing with their corporate model. And I think Arsenal are looking at doing the same thing. And also, like you said, making those improvements inside, like the 360 screen, which we've seen at the SoFi Stadium, and is absolutely, and they do have it at Real Madrid. I was at Madrid; they have it as well. It is unbelievable when you have that. Wherever you are in the ground, you can see it. It's got that screen going all the way around. But it's incredible that Arsenal are looking to update already, and the stadium is already aging a bit, and it's deemed as quite a modern stadium. So
it is very modern.
Yeah, but and the other thing is, Cecil, I do remember when Arsenal played at Wembley. As I said, I used to go to the games at Wembley, watch those. We didn't have a great record there. There was a lot of fans complaining at the time that, the atmosphere wasn't great because, obviously at that time we'd moved from Highbury and we'd gone to Wembley. What it did do is it gave a lot of fans who couldn't get into Highbury, because Highbury was like a 39,000 capacity. Now, all of a sudden, we almost doubled that by going to Wembley, and a lot of people loved the fact that they could get a ticket, and it brought a lot of new fans into the stadium. But there was a lot of complaints about the atmosphere, and people were saying that's why we're not winning as many games at Wembley as we were at the Emirates. So if we do move there, some of those problems will no doubt reoccur, and they're going to have to look at what they do to enhance the atmosphere if we do move there. But listen, I'm always all for improvement. I'm always all for, if they're going to make the stadium better. The interesting thing I'd like to find out, if this is true, how long will we be at Wembley? I don't know if you've got that information, but how long will we be there?
I haven't actually got that on me. I've done intensive research, but because it's kind of the first proposal that where we would move to, I haven't got how long it potentially will be, because I don't know how long the building works will be, or even look when they'll look to do it. Because sometimes, surely they'll plan to do it in the off season. Obviously, it will probably overlap into a new season, but surely they must.
Well, no. It will be when we did it last time. I'm sure it was 2 seasons. We were there.
It did say it was 2 seasons. Yeah, it was 2 seasons. It was 2 seasons.
Listen, if you're going to make coming from back in the day, I used to work as a building surveyor, and funny enough, I worked in Wembley when they were building the new Wembley Stadium, and I saw that stadium go up in front of my eyes. I saw it from when they first started, because I used to work where you got Wembley Way now. There was a building there called Stadium Housing I used to work for, and that overlooked the old Wembley. And when they were knocking down the old Wembley and building up the new one, I saw the construction going up. And these are big projects. These are massive projects. Even to make improvements on existing stadiums, these are big projects that are going to take at least a year, at least. Though I'd say we'd be at least a season out of the stadium at the very least. And as I said, when you then move out of a stadium, and you go, little problems arise. As I said, you know what I mean? Fans start to moan about, is the atmosphere as good? Is the place as good?
Wait, is the atmosphere as good? Sorry, where? In Wembley, or is in
Wembley? In Wembley, you know what I mean? Because people are used to the Emirates and used to going there and that, and then all of a sudden you got this upheaval. For some fans, it's further to go to Wembley. If you're based in North London, obviously you've got to go further out. If you're based in South London, you've got to go further out to get to Wembley. Thankfully, Wembley, obviously, as the national stadium, has a lot of good communication. So you've got trains and everything that go there on a regular basis. But ultimately, they'll be moaning.
Yeah.
It's very expensive when you go to Wembley to like park and things like that. So, and like you said, for us, we've got a studio around the corner. I'll have to put in a call to my guys at Box Park and see if they can accommodate us.
Yeah, no, seriously.
They'll be happy about this.
Oh, they will. They'll love that. But that's not a joke. You better talk to the Box Park people and say, yo, can we just set up a little...
Box Park, if Arsenal have to go to Wembley, Box Park would be very happy. And all those surrounding businesses, which there are a lot of them now around Wembley, they'll be very happy that Arsenal are moving to Wembley. Think about it as well. That's the other thing as well, Cecil. What about the local businesses in the area around North London?
Yeah, they'll
around the ground. I mean, I was at a shop yesterday. Yum Yum's the West Indian food shop. I was there yesterday, and funny enough, like the lady behind the counter was saying to me that actually they've been doing great business recently because of Arsenal being back. And she was saying that, they never used to open on a Sunday. Now they open on a Sunday when Arsenal play. And they've been doing a roaring trade. And that goes for all the pubs and bars and everybody around. They will all take a big hit. So it's a big thing if they are planning to move. But I would think that you're looking at about a year to 2 years away from the Emirates. And that's big. That's big.
It's very big. It's very big. And do you know what? I'll just give more people more context. Robbie was right there about it was 2 seasons out. So I'll read this quickly. Despite their success off the pitch, Arsenal's record at Wembley left much to be desired. Over 2 seasons and 6 matches, the Gunners managed just 2 wins. Ultimately, they were eliminated from Champions League on both occasions.
Wait.
Yeah,
More than 2 wins.
I think I was in the Champions
In the
League.
Champions League.
Yeah. And so in the Champions League, they got knocked out on both occasions while they were there. But yeah,
I remember Barcelona. I was at the game.
Yeah, man, that's been tough. But do you know what? For me, Wembley, I don't know. I get it. Obviously, I remember when Tottenham moved up. I think they moved in like 2018-19 season. I think they moved to that's when they moved to Wembley and they made it their home. I always speak to Nicky and he always says about since being, I know it's a slightly different antidote, but like he went from Upton Park to the London Stadium. He said that it's completely changed. It's like the whole everything's completely changed. It's not the same. It's not that same feel, the same atmosphere, the same vibe. It was a bit hostile. The West Ham fans were raucous in their old stadium, and now the London Stadium feels a bit sterile. Obviously, Wembley will only be a temporary home. The new upgrade to the Emirates obviously will return back to the Emirates, but I don't know how that feels, because I don't know. At Wembley, you do feel kind of close, I suppose. You do feel kind of close.
It's a football stadium, but listen, it's not our stadium, so ultimately problems will come. It's not our stadium. It's not what we're used to, so there will be issues, definitely. But if it's to make progress with the stadium that we're at now, if it's to provide more seats, listen, every single week there are fans desperate to get into the Emirates. They could sell another 20,000 tickets easy to every single home game, and especially when Arsenal are doing well. So listen, and as I said, I don't know what the corporate element to it will be, but no doubt that will be a big consideration for it as well. I think I heard a rumor that they're trying to increase it to like 75,000. Now, a lot of that will be corporate. And I think, listen, we have to be real right now. Arsenal have been losing out on some of the corporate stuff to Spurs. Because remember, when it comes to corporate boxes, there are a lot of people who will buy corporate boxes at football clubs that are not necessarily a fan of that club. They've got a business, and they want to be somewhere that's cool. So, the cool place to be over the years has been Arsenal, even though we haven't been winning things, but it's a great stadium. It's new. Our clients will love it. Great food, drink, whatever. But since that brand new Tottenham Stadium's been built,
it is good.
That would have taken away some business 100%. From Arsenal. You know what I mean? 100%. Like, and there'll be people, some of these companies will be like, well, you know what? Have you seen the boxes at Spurs? They look unbelievable. Let's get a box there for our clients. It's not always necessarily for some of those businesses who are the big winning team. Although for us as fans, it's all about winning. Exactly. If you're going to keep pace, for Arsenal, if they're going to keep pace with that Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, with all the other teams that are, looking to Fulham have recently done a big refurb, and their stuff looks great down there, even though they've kept a lot of the old stadium. If you see like how they've refurbed down right by the Thames, and that looks beautiful.
It's really nice.
If you're going to keep pace to that, you're going to have to make improvements, and to make these improvements might mean that, we might have to move out of our home for a little bit.
Well, we have the ownership to do that. They have the money to do that, to keep up with these I don't want to say lesser teams, but the teams that are kind of mid-table in the Premier League. And you're right. I think we have to keep afloat, keep up to pace with them all. I will back up your point. Where you going?
One thing though.
Where you going? Go on.
It cannot be to the detriment of what happens on the pitch. Because as a fan who's like, I had a season ticket at Highbury, saw my team move to the Emirates, brilliant stadium, but how many players did we have to sell?
Yeah.
How many sacrifices we have to make?
Loads.
How many sacrifices we've not won a title since we've moved to that stadium.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm not against improving the Emirates as long as that doesn't affect anything that goes on the pitch. Because if it does, then I'm against it. Right? Because I've already gone through the pain of going to that Emirates Stadium and not seeing my team win a title. And a lot of that throughout the years has been because the money has not been available to buy players.
Yeah. So Arsenal, they're flexing their muscles. I know what you're saying.
If it affects that, stay where we are with what we got. If it's not going to affect that, all right, I'll take a little pain for a year or so whilst you improve that. But if it affects anything on that pitch, I'm not for it.
We're not really going to know right now until obviously it happens. But it's annoying because you're right. I think Wenger spent so many years trying to repay back the stadium and fighting with FFP and all those things there. So and that affected us, affected a lot of Arsenal, selling our best players, like you mentioned. But listen, we're doing the business stuff here. I've got another kind of addition to the information of us moving to Wembley and them improving the Emirates. The aim at Arsenal would be to be also produce a multifunctional digital first stadium. It was notified that Arsenal passed up the chance to host matches at the Euro 2028 during a summer when, subject to planning permission and financing changes, could considerably be underway. So basically, there was a chance, obviously, for us to host games for the Euros 2028, but we've passed up that opportunity because of these additions or these fixes, these changes to the Emirates. So it's looking like it's going to happen. As long as, like you said, doesn't affect the performances on the pitch. One thing before you go, one thing I will say before you go and talk. You see what we should do? Yeah, we should build an extra little stand and seats for Newcastle fans, just high up, just to put at the top. We just put a little section there.
You're getting me annoyed already, even by just mentioning that, right? I was at that game the other day. When we played Olympiacos, right? And I saw their fans there, they're having the time of their life.
Right by the pitch.
Bottom tier, right by the pitch, drums, everything like that, having great fun. And I'm like, hold on, I've been to Olympiacos and we weren't down, near the pitch. We're high up, we're behind netting, right? When you go to, they can bring a drum in. When we go to their grounds, we can't even bring a phone charger in, right? I'm saying this, right? All of those teams from Europe, when we play them in the Champions League, and teams like Newcastle, and I'm going to add Sunderland to it as well, because they're another team who put you at the top tier. Every one of them that do that to us, we should do that to them.
Agreed.
Right? Because I'm seeing these teams in particular. Cecil, every time we go to Europe,
I hate it.
We are high up,
hate it,
behind netting. Right, and then these teams come to it annoys me. I want them fans to enjoy themselves. I want them to have a great time, but only if we can do the same thing at your place. Because then when we go to their place, that experience that they have, we don't have.
Yeah,
we don't have that experience. Why?
Agreed.
Why are we letting them be lower tier? Put them on the highest tier, right away from everything, like what they do at Newcastle, like what they do at Inter Milan, like what they do at Napoli, like what they do in every ground you can think of in Europe. That's what they do to the away fans when you go there as English fans. And then you're lower tier, you're nice. We do it. Tottenham do it. City do it. All of us, we got these fans lower tier with drums in and megaphones and that. We shouldn't do it. Only if you allow us to do it.
I don't know why we don't. I don't know why we don't put our foot down. I don't know why more clubs aren't talking about it.
And it gives a slight listen, right?
It gives more than a slight edge. Don't think it gives a big edge. That Newcastle.
No, it gives I think I was speaking to somebody the other day, right, who owns a football club, who they're looking into it at the moment because at the moment they have the fans behind the goal, and they're looking to move the fans on the side. And he said to me that they've worked out that it gives you something like a 4% advantage if you have those fans behind the goal as away fans, which over the period of a season could cost the team several points.
Look at you flexing, club owners.
I know a couple. They're now looking to move.
I was talking to someone that owns a club, and I know it's a Premier League club as well.
So they're now looking to move the fans either on the side or in the corner. Right, so you see a lot, but at least that's still lower tier.
Yeah.
Right, but we've got fans lower tier behind the goal. Yeah. And when we go to those places, I mean, Newcastle. I don't know how Newcastle are able to get away with it season after season.
I don't know how. I don't know why not many more people are speaking about it. I generally don't get it. It's so frustrating. I don't know how they get away with it. It clearly affects the performances. There is a bias as well. So when their fans are so loud, when there's big referee decisions, their fans get on top, and it's very clear, it's very obvious. I don't know how they've got away with it for so long. And why
we're too nice. We're too nice. The English clubs, apart from Newcastle, because they probably got the fans high up, but we're too nice. As I said, when we go there, we're behind, PSV double netting. Can hardly even see the game.
And glass, yeah. And Perspex glass. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Perspex glass.
It's like this as well. It's like you feel nervous.
I don't know about at Barcelona, what it's going to be like now with the new stadium, but I can tell you the old stadium, you're so high up, you need binoculars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anybody with vertigo, I wouldn't advise you go there, man. You'd probably pass out. Right? So I don't know what the new stadium is going to be like, but they put the fans so high up at Barcelona, it's hardly even worth going to the game. That's the honest truth.
That's how I felt about Newcastle.
Like you said, at Inter Milan, they got you behind Perspex.
Yep.
Remember who was there last year, right? When Arsenal's was it there or was it Sporting?
No, Sporting. Remember the fire?
When Arsenal scored against Sporting, they deliberately let off about 1 billion flares. We couldn't see the game for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. Come on, man.
That was funny though, because we kept singing "Do It Again" because we kept scoring.
Yeah, because we kept scoring. So
yeah, you're right though. That it's like they ban or they punish English fans or fans in general, the away fans, when their own home fans are bringing in flares, trying to obscure vision, be aggressive, and then you've got glass there, you've got the netting. It's frustrating. There is another way to look at this though. Obviously, for the stadium upgrade. Listen, people are going to joke and say, "Oh, you're paid by the club and all that," but you have to big up the Kroenkes and say, "Look, they've put massive investment in the summer." Andrea Berta, they're now looking to improve the stadium. Like the training ground, Sober Reality has had a bit of an upgrade. There's still a lot of the old, similar things that have been there from before, but they has had little bits of updates since I've heard and since I've been there, and so. They're clearly constantly improving Arsenal. And I think, to me, as an Arsenal fan, it's a good sign. It's not like we're not investing in our club. It's not like we're going backwards. It feels like all we need, obviously, is success and silverware. That's the next step, really.
Well, as I said, Cecil, I'm all for the improvements only, and that will yet to be seen, as long as that doesn't affect the manager's ability to buy players, and what we do on the pitch, the manager's ability to keep players, because I'm still suffering from the pain of knowing, as a season ticket holder at Highbury, that when I used to go there, we won titles and we won things, and then we moved to this new stadium and we had to make loads of sacrifices, and we ain't won nothing since as regards to the league. So as long as it doesn't affect that, I'm with it. Like, does affect that, I'm not with it.
I hear that. I'm with obviously everyone in this chat and everyone as Arsenal fans are going to say they're not with it if the performances drop, but I'm with the improvements. I'm with the club moving forward. I'm with us being known as the biggest seater stadium in the UK. I love all that. I love to flex those little muscles. Yes, again, silverware is the main thing. That's what everyone wants. We want success, but it's nice to say, biggest. Most attendance, seats, bums to seats in the country is the Arsenal Football Club. I like that. I don't really like the move.
I'd rather have the smallest stadium and win titles.
Yeah. Obviously, that's the other angle, of course.
Listen, if we're winning everything and that, it's great to have a fan. Listen, I love having a great stadium, I'm as I said, I'm with it. But the most important thing for me, as a football fan, is not bragging about how nice the stadium is. It's bragging about winning titles. Because when we was at Highbury, we didn't have the best stadium. We didn't have the biggest stadium. But we won titles and we had the best players. We had Thierry Henry. We had Robert Pires. We had Dennis Bergkamp. You're right. Tony Adams.
We've got good players now.
Exactly. Well, as long as we keep those players and add to it. You know what I mean? I want to hear them saying, all right, because we've done all this and we've had to sell Saka. And Saliba's up for sale and that to pay for the move.
No, that would be
That's what happened.
I know.
When they moved from Highbury to the Emirates, that's what happened. All the best players started going. They all started leaving. And then the players that we were buying in, compared to what we were used to, were nowhere near that. And that was you saw there the decline of Arsenal as a football team and a club. Decline. If it's anything like that. So as long as they come out and give guarantees that, listen, it's not going to affect the investment that's made into the team on the pitch, then it's okay. But if it does,
let me go super chats. Let me get some. We got obviously Simon here. Big up Simon, Mr. Kaplan, a good friend of the channel. Big up Cess and Mighty. Cecil, if Arsenal expand the Emirates, how will it affect transfers, ticket prices, and fans?
Great point.
Bigger future or bigger costs? Oof.
Great point there, because that's the other thing. What would the prices be? Already high? Ridiculous.
What? They're going to push the what? You charge more.
Well, you don't think? Listen. Remember, we've got owners that are there, want to make money.
No, that's bad, man.
So if they go and they spend a lot of money on improving the stadium, what you think the ticket prices are going to drop? They're going to be high.
Yeah, but when we come back, but I'm talking about Wembley though. Like, if you're trying to get tickets to the Wembley games, they're not going to. They can't change
ticket prices. They'll probably be expensive there as well. They'll go towards paying for the stadium and paying for the improvements, and it's Wembley Stadium. Because remember, they're also going to have to pay Wembley to rent that stadium. So don't expect cheap tickets to there.
Yeah, but there's more seats there. No, that's what, Wembley's 90.
Yeah, there's more seats there, more opportunity to make money. Don't you know how capitalism works?
Yeah, I do, but you're getting an extra 30,000 revenue stream of income. So sure, just add that to the. Do you know what I mean? That's more seats. So add that to the bill, man. Jeez,
no, that's not how it works. Listen,
I know they will try to fleece us.
That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. I can guarantee you, mate, those prices will still be high. They're going to have to pay for rent in Wembley, and it's an opportunity to make more revenue on a match day and to cover the costs that they'll be spending at the stadium. I mean, that's going to be all on their own back. Great point, Mr. Kaplan. Great point.
Interesting. Thank you, Simon. It's frustrating. I hope like the extra 30,000 bums the seats will cover that money for us to renting Wembley for that time. Anyway, okay, we got next one. Kim Sativa says, "Run and go stir the pot, Robbie."
Yeah, big up. Listen, I'm thinking about that, man. I'm thinking about that because I just got a text. Say because I've got family members watching that pot. I just got a text saying that, I think I'll boil it down. I mean, if that burns, I might have to go and check on it.
Is your cooking? Let's hope it doesn't end up like this. Is your cooking as good as your baking? Well, I don't know how confident I am because it's just the first time you've heard of a gingerbread house. Hey,
listen, I never heard of no gingerbread house before, and I didn't know why they teamed me up with you either.
Cut out now. You gotta cut out. Remember, we need a lot of the mix. We're gonna need a lot of the mix.
You put all the flour on me, man. Sure. Robbie pushed me with his flour hands.
That's better though. Well done, Rob. This is good. This is a good size. It's thinner down this side though. Well, what we've learned from this is we ain't bakers.
I've learned that you're not a baker. You know what I mean? You speak for yourself. It's been an absolute disaster. Using my surveyor skills, I've allowed the structure to stand up.
I can't believe
without the use of a cheating box.
I can't believe this man.
You lot are cheats.
It's not bad.
See, this is sort of signifies the grass and everything. This is the pathway.
Yeah. Can you see the thatched roof with snow? We've even got windows. I don't know if everyone else has windows. We have clear windows, as you can see.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. That's nice.
Do you want a can go?
There you go.
Let's get some
chocolate. Thank you.
No, it's done now. It's done.
Julian.
Taste the ginger in there as well. It's a bit soft. It's a softer sponge, but we like that.
It's supposed to be a biscuit.
No, it's
lovely.
Soft as sponge. It's supposed to be a biscuit.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to be soft.
No, it's supposed to be gingerbread.
Gingerbread, yeah. Not ginger rock
but
solid.
Not literally
rock.
make a loaf.
I think yours tastes nicer, to be honest. So.
What are you going to dig that out for? Listen, I never said. Remember, you messed that up. You messed that up.
Shut up.
You messed that up.
I saved that.
You messed that up.
Oh,
when we was doing that. Anyway,
I don't listen. You up. Sorry, you looked big then, though.
I lost a bit of weight since then. See, probably because I'm not eating it, not because I've stopped baking. I stopped eating that type of food. Jeez. So that's what's already helped me. Right. Eating proper food now. Right?
You messed up. That was a man. Remember that shit was good fun, man. Jeez.
That was.
Christmas
round the corner as well, man. I can't believe it. It's around the corner.
Flown so fast. What?
Nah, man, listen, I'm on about proper food, mate. Proper.
So you're not a baker. Well, I know you're not a baker because that was horrendous when we did that. Brio says, hope we play every game like a final at Wembley. Obviously, like I mentioned before, we actually have a good record at Wembley under Mikel Arteta. So it'd be interesting if we did go there. But again, the away fans would get a good section as well, because in Wembley there's not a bad seat in Wembley.
Put them high up, man.
Well, even if you're high up though, you can get a good vision of the pitch. Unless you said
high up.
Put them high up.
High up.
You're bad, man.
Top
But I hear it. I actually hear it.
Especially those fans that come for Europe.
Yeah.
Especially them top tier, man, behind netting, like what they do to us. I'll tell you, I'm really hot on this.
No, we should definitely push for that. I'll tell you that. We should do it in our videos and build up if we do move to Wembley. Brio comes back with a super chat and says, Kroenke, no final in 5 years. Solution move to Wembley.
That's true.
Come on now. Come on. FA Cup was 5 years ago. I mean, the community shield don't count. But yeah, I mean, it's just, that's tongue in cheek. I hear it. I just hope this is the season. Something has to happen. Otherwise, it's going to be curtains. It's going to be curtains. And then we got a super chat here from MCXVOY. Thank you very much. Next time, leave a comment so we can read it out. I'm going to go to the next news of the day, and then we'll close off with some other exterior conversations. But Sammy McBell, obviously a journalist that is very trusted, has put something on X today. It's a report that actually was on BBC Sport that Arsenal reward David Raya with an improved contract, underlining his status as one of the club's key players. Pay rise agreement reached earlier this summer. Contract length believed to have stayed the same, according to sources. Obviously, as well, it's shown that his partner's pregnant as well. And there was a nice video that went online of David Raya and his partner getting a new Arsenal leather. It's really sweet. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Big up. Everything's all nice around Arsenal. But yeah, it's a small topic. We can discuss it quickly. He's getting a pay rise. I didn't actually know, Rob, they did things like this. Obviously, you have agreements and you do bonuses and stuff, but he's got a salary increase.
Yeah, I think he's got some sort of clause in his contract that probably will give it's incentivized, isn't it? So listen, this guy is one of the best goalkeepers in European football right now. Certainly in the Premier League. Look what he's done over the last 2 seasons. He's won the Golden Glove.
Yep.
He's conceded the least amount of goals in the Premier League so far this season. He's been exceptional. You heard Jamie Carragher the other day on Sky bigging him up and saying that, listen, probably apart from Alisson, he's the next best goalkeeper in the Premier League. And I think he's right. You know what I mean? And I think he's been consistently good since he came in. And let's remember, when he first joined the club, there were a lot of us against it, me included. I was like, why do we need to sign David Raya when we've got Aaron Ramsdale doing such a fantastic job? But Mikel Arteta has proved everyone wrong. This guy has been absolutely brilliant. We can see that the back four work really well with him. He makes big saves. He commands his box, even though he's not the biggest goalkeeper. He commands his box on crosses. His distribution's excellent, and he's a great shot stopper. And honestly, a goalkeeper is so important to have a good goalkeeper if you're going to make any charge to try and win a title. You look at teams like Manchester United, where goalkeeper's been a big problem for them over the last couple of seasons. You look at Vicario at Spurs, always spilling the ball, and that. Having a goalkeeper that is rock solid and safe, and listen, goalkeeper's always going to make the odd mistake, is so important. And I think David Raya is amongst the best around now, and he deserves to get a reward.
Out of Arsenal goalkeepers in the Emirates era, is he the best?
No, you still got to say Seaman. Well, Seaman was Emirates era. Emirates era, was he?
Yeah, I suppose no.
Emirates era. Yeah, you got. I think he has been brilliant.
I think he might be. Someone say Emmy Martinez.
Seaman's not really Emirates era, so yeah. I mean, he's definitely been the best. Yeah, he's been excellent. He's been absolutely brilliant.
Unbelievable. It's been unbelievable.
You're never worried, are you? You're never worried with him in goal now. You just trust him. As I said, every keeper makes errors, but you trust him as a keeper. You can see that the back four and the whole team trust him. You can see he's really light within that team. And he's so important to how we play. So, yeah, I definitely think he should be rewarded. I mean, Raya or Jens Lehmann? Lehmann's more... I'd probably give the edge to... I just think Raya, overall, has probably got more to his game than Lehmann.
Yeah, fair. It's a big.
Goalkeepers nowadays have got to do so much more than they did in those days. Basically, those days, shot stopper, get the ball out. But now, Goalkeepers are like you look at Raya when he plays, he's a sweeper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a sweeper keeper.
I agree. He's all over the place. The high claims. Feel very comfortable with him in goal. Quickly, also just on that move from Emirates. Well, not from the Emirates.
Emirates Wembley.
Well, when we went from Highbury to the Emirates, it's actually come up to 20 years. So it's 20 years since we obviously moved in 2006, obviously from Highbury to the Emirates. So it's I can't believe how long it's been. I can't believe it's been 20 years. But it's also, they obviously mentioned that in the report that it's come up to 20 years. MCX VOY was sent a super chat earlier. Now he sent one with a comment. Thank you. How do you think Arteta will handle the change? Can he ride it like Wenger? He's gonna have to.
Yeah, I mean, Wenger had a hard time because basically when we moved back to the Emirates, he had no money.
Yeah.
Right. They had no, we moved to the Emirates from Highbury, he had no money to spend, you know what I mean? And you just saw everything just go like that.
But this is a difference. This is an extension on the Emirates. This isn't like a whole new
this is different. This is an extension. And I would have thought that they would learn from their mistakes of when we moved the first time and realize that, listen, there is no way you can turn around to the manager and start giving him, no money to make improvements. So they'll learn.
Yeah, they will.
I hope so anyway.
Well, I think they would have budgeted for it. I think that, like you said, I think they'll be smarter from where they're at right now. Right, here we go. Some questions that came across my I don't know, my thought path, and I've been speaking to a lot of people recently. If we win the league this season, will it be not tarnished, but people won't care as much because it's a World Cup year next year? Someone asked me this, and it actually stumped me. I think Arsenal fans, will take over London. Yes, it'll be amazing. But it being a World Cup year following it, and England potentially being up there, does that kill the momentum of enjoying?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely not. If Arsenal win the league, even if it's the World Cup the next day, it doesn't matter to me. It will be the biggest party you've ever seen from all Arsenal fans. There'll be a lot of opposition fans who'll be happy that the World Cup will be in that season because they won't have to see us partying the whole summer, I guess. But no, listen, if Arsenal, we've not won it for so long, it will be absolutely huge. It will be absolutely huge. Simple as that. I get that when you say that, but for me, it wouldn't take away anything.
Yeah, someone mentioned to me, and it froze me a little bit because obviously you're going to be heavily part of the World Cup next year, Rob. You're going to be around. So I don't know if does that kill, like I said, that for us, not even for us, for other fans, people love the World Cup. It's one of the, it's the biggest spectacle. Does that kill the momentum of winning a Premier League? It's not saying we're going to guarantee win it.
Let's win it and find out, yeah?
Yeah, good answer. Vishnu says, cooked AGT. Well, love you guys. Keep up. He deserved it, man.
Yeah, we cooked him, man. We cooked him.
You should see how.
But you know what? What would be, we need to be cooking him at the end of the season, right? Arsenal winning the league. And you know what? I think it's a long, long way to go, but this Arsenal team can do it, man. If they believe in themselves, if they can just build a level of consistency between now and the end of the season, this could be our year, but there's a long, long way to go. People that are writing off Liverpool, you can't, right? They've had a couple of bad games, but they've got good players, you know what I mean? And they've got players that are out of form at the moment, like Salah. I don't think that will last. I do think those players will come back into form. But I'm just looking at us and I'm like, we've got a good squad. What people are underestimating is the amount of, say, for instance, how we've been able to ride some serious injuries at the start of the season. Martin Odegaard, again, being out for, in and out, should I say. Saka was out. Havertz is out. You know what I mean? Saliba was out. And you wouldn't have thought it the way we've rode those injuries. It's been fantastic.
No, you're right.
And the improvements that we've made to the squad have been fantastic. And I just want, I don't know, these things really, really bring belief. They really bring belief.
I agree. We did a really good show hanging with the Lyles. It's not done, or I don't know what the title was, but make sure you go check it out on the channel. It was a really good breakdown of the season so far. Some really good points made. I really enjoyed filming with the Lyles. And sometimes it can be tough. It was a good one. But let me ask you this, Rob. If everyone's fit, I've got two things to end with. If everyone's fit in the midfield, what is your strongest midfield? And also, everyone in the comments, let me know. If everyone is fit, what is your strongest midfield that we'll go with? We put this in the group chat before. It caused an absolute upheaval. There was a storm in the group chat. No one could really give. No one gave the same like midfield three. Give me yours, people in the chat. If everyone is fit, what is your midfield three?
Wow, that shows the strength of the squad, innit? I mean,
I'll give mine. What you think? Declan Rice in the 6. It's something different. We've known him in the 8. He's been learning the 8 role. People have been criticizing him a little bit. Not Arsenal fans, but other fans saying he needs to add more goals to his game. I think it was Scholes said on the overlap. He said that Tonali's better. He'd choose him over. Well, he's the best midfielder in the Premier League, which I thought was absolutely ludicrous. But
he's a good midfielder, but he's not better than Rice.
Yeah, I'll put Rice in the 6, though, something different instead of Zubimendi. Sorry, Zubimendi misses out for me. And then Eze in the left 8 and Odegaard in the right 8 if everyone's fit. Something different. I feel bad for Ifeanyi missing out there. Zubimendi has been superb, but for me, it's Rice, Eze, and Zubimendi. Rice, Eze, and Martin Odegaard. I don't think anyone else has gone with that. Right? Oh, someone has.
Yeah, I guess. Listen, that's the most exciting one.
Yeah.
And that is. It's a really hard to. I don't know. But I guess I go with that. I guess I go with that one if you know. But it depends who we're playing though.
Oh,
because you know, I do like that. I do like that. Going back to what you said there, right? I'm sorry, Tonali. I really rate him. He's a top player.
Yeah,
but he's not better than Rice. Look what Rice offers. Rice, he can play 6. He can play 8.
Yep.
He can mop up. He can drive forward. He can score goals. And from set piece delivery, he's probably the best in the league. I'm sorry. Tonali's great. I think the two stand out for me, guys in that position in the league, are Rice and Caicedo. It's one of them two. And for me, I would always go, listen, I'm going to go Rice. He's my guy. But I'd go Rice because he's he also brings leadership qualities. And as I said, he's got additional things like his set piece deliveries and stuff like that also brings to the game. So it's Rice.
Okay. Let me end with we got a few minutes left. Let me end with disgustedness, because this caused an absolute storm online. 1.1 million views online, impressions, and it's become a talking topic across all of X and my friends in my WhatsApp group. Here we go.
I mean, people saying that I'm always being negative, nothing can please, but they don't understand. I'm not going to jump and cheer for this win. I'm not going to jump for joy when we win a game. What I want to see is a title. Because I see we win every season. We see we win in game out. 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago, we've been leading the Premier League. We look like we're going to win the Premier League, and we didn't do it. So for me to come here today and get a win, and then they're going to expect me to jump and joy and cheer and do everything and jumping off, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And what I want to see is a trophy. I want to see the Premier League. I want to see the Champions League. You understand? That's what I want to see.
All right, let me premise it before you go, Rob, because
he's miserable.
We've got 10 minutes left. He is miserable. But I have to... I didn't realize... Listen, obviously, everyone has opinion. We have different fans on the channel. Everyone has different opinions. People were really happy with the result. People, some people want to see more insane in football. Cool. We've discussed this quite throughout the week. But online, it kind of took storm to say that this is the modern day era of fans. Like, how can you not go to a game and not celebrate a win? Like, you can't just go to watch football and just wait until you win a trophy. Like, how are you supposed to raise... Like, you don't bring your kids to watch football and say, don't celebrate because we haven't won anything yet. We just won a game of football. And Yardman, saying, he's watched Arsenal win games, but that's what you go to football for. And it's kind of, I don't know. And people, there was also a conversation on X as well, saying like, look, this is what happens when the media say Arsenal fans over celebrate. Now we're not celebrating at all when we're winning, and we're winning comfortably. So I don't know. It's an interesting actually dialogue across all people. My friends in my group chat were saying, what's he on about? But then some were saying, well, he's having standards. He's waiting for the truth. I was like, I don't get that. I think that's ridiculous. I think when you go and watch Arsenal, you're paying to go watch them. That is, I know sometimes you want to be entertained. I get that. I want to be entertained when I watch them. But when your team's winning, you can't not enjoy that. I find it crazy. I mean, people that think any other way, I think you might need to just have a check to yourself and think, why am I watching football you might as well just go to finals, and even still you get a chance of being disappointed in finals, and that's not a way to be a football fan. So Robbie, your take on it, because it's I know you spoke about it quite a bit, but it could be a direction where fans are hearing what Yardman's saying and thinking, yeah, maybe we should wait until we actually win silverware instead of just match.
Listen, there are a lot of fans. There are a lot of fans that might agree with him. I don't agree with him at all. Like, listen, like you said, I go to games week in, week out to watch my team play, and when my team plays and they win, I'm happy. I enjoy it. I've had a great weekend, and I'm going to have a great next couple of weeks for the international break up until when we play again. That's what football's all about. Football's about, it's game after game. It's 38 games, and hopefully you win as many of them as possible and go all the way to win the league, right? I understand where he's coming from in what he's saying. I think what he's trying to say is yeah, great win, but I want to win the league. I want to see this team win the league, right? But to me, football is also about enjoying the moment, enjoying those games, enjoying the journey, right? So me, every time I go to a game, I love it. I enjoy that game because, you must not assume that you're going to just walk up and win every single game. I think some fans, like, their expectations are unrealistic. Is be like, oh, we got the team now, we're supposed to win it. Yeah. So what about all the other teams? You know what I mean? Liverpool have got a great team. They should have spent 400 million on improving a team that won the league, right? So who are we to assume just because we put a good squad in place that we are going to win it? No. This is the thing about the Premier League. It's a very even league. There's a lot of teams that can either win it or they can take points off of you if you have a slight drop-off at all. So for me, every game I go to, anytime Arsenal win a game, I'm happy, I'm excited, I love it, and then it's on to the next game. And if that takes us to the league, so be it. I'm desperate to win the league. I just said right at the start of the show, right? I've not seen this team win the league since we've been at the Emirates, right? I went to games at Wembley and saw us playing there. I've been at Highbury and seen us win titles. It's an unbelievable feeling. I feel it for young fans now under the age of, we say under the age of 20, even somebody under the age of 25 probably doesn't really remember Arsenal winning a title like how I remember it. Yeah. We got to get back to winning titles. And maybe if we win one, maybe sort of like fans like Yardman might change off of that attitude. But then I don't know, because I was driving home on Saturday after the game with disbelief, listening to some Liverpool fans slating off Salah, slating off Arne Slot. And I'm like, bro, it's 6-7 games in. All right, you've lost 3 games in a row. All right, you're upset. The guy won the title for you last year. Arne Slot won the title. Salah was the player of the season. Surely, yeah, you're going to be upset. Yeah, there's going to be a criticism, but some of what I heard was so over the top, and they won the league last year. I know,
so
but is that not just Arsenal fans? I think nowadays fans, maybe sometimes our expectations are too, and it's not just fans, it's pundits as well. When you hear pundits, some of them as well, writing off Arsenal, some of these pundits a few games ago. It's done. Yeah, look, after that game against Liverpool, that was our third game of the season. There were pundits saying that Arsenal cannot win the league after watching that performance. How can you do that after 3 games? We all know that there's 38 games. We all know that some teams improve a little later on. Man City have notoriously started seasons quite slowly and then just built a momentum and it's taken them through. It's not just how you start, it's how you finish as well. That's why I'm not getting carried away at the moment.
Where's this landscape come from? Where's this landscape come from, Rob? Because
I think it's just how we are.
It's not. It's like these people. A lot of these people believe this stuff. I interview Yardman. He believes sometimes what he's saying. Some things are stupid. I'll be honest, but he believes it. He really.
Yeah, listen. It's his opinion. It's his opinion, and he's entitled to it. And I'm not. Listen, the whole point of this platform is for people to have their opinions, and I love to hear different opinions. But I just feel that, when I hear, whether it be pundits, whether it be fans, writing off people's chances after 3 games, I think it's crazy. It's too early. It's too early.
Why? Well, that's no question is, where does it come from? Like you said, we've seen seasons where teams aren't. Liverpool haven't. I guess in last season they won it on a canter. If I'm honest, 10 points. They're ahead of us. But like teams aren't running away from the league this early ever.
Yeah,
Like,
I think.
like,
Listen, when it comes
to
to Arsenal fans, Cecil, we got to understand a lot of it is because we haven't won a title for so long.
okay,
So because we haven't won a title for so long, right? That's why there's there's an impatience now, and I understand it.
that's fair.
I understand it. A club like Arsenal shouldn't be waiting 20 years to win a title. We're a big club, right? So we shouldn't. So I get the frustration, but then also there has to be a bit of realism. There are 20 teams in this Premier League. They all spend big money, right? Especially the ones like 10 of them spend huge amounts of money. It's not easy to win a title. It's not easy to win a league. There's serious competition to win it, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes people just got to be a little bit more realistic when it comes to things. It's like everybody will say, like last season, if you went to everybody at the start of last season and you said, who was the favourite to win the league last season? 70-80% of people would have said it was Man City. Not Arsenal, but then you expect us to win it.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't expect us to win it. No, we got a good chance to win it. Right? You know what I mean? The start of this season, if you went to the majority of people, if you went to the majority of people this season, you said, who are the favourites to win the league? The majority, because remember at the start of the season when everyone's giving I remember saying Arsenal in one thing, people were laughing at me.
Yeah, they laughed at you. I remember.
Now that people expect us to win it. What, make your mind up? Everybody said Liverpool favourites to win the league. They've spent Isak, Florian Wirtz, all these players they bought. Everyone's like, forget it. Liverpool are going to win it. But yet still, people are saying if Arteta don't win it, he should be sacked. Well, what is it then? You said at the start he's got no chance to win it because it's going to be Liverpool. So people have a bit of patience. Yeah, listen, I get it. We haven't won it for a long time. There's an impatience. And I understand it. Because me, I'm desperate now. I'm getting desperate to win this league. But I'm not going to be saying crazy things after 6-7 games. I'm not going to say either way. Just because we're top of the league right now by 1 point. 1. Spurs are 3 points off us or 2 points or something like that. Bournemouth are a few points off.
It's true.
Start of last season, when you looked at the league, some of them teams that were near the top, they were nowhere near it. Weren't Tottenham top of the league? They were top of the league at
last season. Yeah,
last season.
Yeah.
Right? Where did they finish? 17th or something. 17th. They lost 22 games. Is a long way to go. People need to just chill out a bit.
You're right. Have a little patience, as they say. But geez, Chelsea Corner says that standards of a winning team. I don't know if it. Listen, yeah, you want your team to win, but I think the overreaction from it's not just Arsenal fans. I'm not just targeting Arsenal fans. Like you said, Liverpool fans. I got a Liverpool fan who's a friend of mine who's questioning Salah and saying he's done. Like, get rid of him. Like you said, he should have taken the Saudi contract. I'm just like, you lot are crazy. Like, he's come off the back of a season scoring 28 goals. Like, I don't know. I think everyone's very quick at the moment. I don't know where it's all come from. I don't know where all that energy has come from to just be like, maybe it is impatience. Maybe it's just the era we live in. Social media, the attention spans. Everyone just wants things now. AI, all these little things play into it. People can get things so quickly, but this takes a bit of time, a 38-game season to be a decider on who ends up lifting the trophy. But listen, we've come to the end of the live. Robbie, your curry gut hopefully isn't burnt and you're not going to cuss me.
Yeah, if it is
tomorrow. I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that's joined us on this live show. Apologies, Curtis has been away for this one. His Wi-Fi hasn't been strong, but he'll be back. We'll also be looking to improve Players Lounge, which is the name of the show. It's myself and Curtis will be coming to you guys in studio with some special guests that'll be coming in the near future as well. There'll be also some other things you'll be seeing, the return of some podcasts as well that got to keep an eye out for. So make sure you guys stay locked in and watch all the content in this international break. We've got you covered. There's still a lot of Arsenal news breaking and things happening amongst the Arsenal fan base and also the Arsenal team that we'll be covering throughout this international break. So stay locked in. Thank you, Robbie. It's been a pleasure having you on. Go have your dinner. Man. Go enjoy.
Thanks, everybody.
And we'll see you again soon, people. Thank you very much. Take care.
GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.